So I read a meme on Facebook today, and it said that the biggest skill you can develop is the ability to reset fast. So, for example, you have a bad conversation, move on. Bad day, start fresh tomorrow. Missed a workout, hit it the next day. You make a poor decision, learn from it and grow and adjust your behavior for the future. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how long you let it affect you. And I find that that's so true because I think that the way we react to things that are out of our control is so hard for people to get through. People are so reactionary, and it's hard for people to control that. And I think that, you have to think about these situations that can happen to you, and you have to think about the long term effects, how it makes you feel, how you can let it ruin your day, how you can get yourself in a bad mood or make yourself feel bad about yourself. And it's not even really about you, it's about other people. So all you can really worry about is you. And if there's a stressful situation going on, you know, do what you need to do to, start fresh, start over, make a better choice next time, um, learn what you can and can't control. So, I was talking to my daughter today, and she was upset because she ordered a very expensive pair of shoes. And the shoes were like $200. I don't know what the brand was, but that's what she ordered for herself from her tax return. She wanted them. And the shipping address was incorrect. So she was not getting the shoes. Even though when she logged into the site, everything was correct. When she went to the UPS site to track the order, the address was wrong. So she spent an hour on the phone with UPS, and they said, "Oh, well, we don't know what the deal is. We can't fix the address. We're just the shipping area. You have to call the place where you ordered it from." And then she called the place that she ordered it from, and they're like, "Oh, well, we see your address as correct. We don't know how to help you." So she was very frustrated. She was very upset. She has a lot of other things on her plate as well. She's she's a part-time student, but she works full-time. So she's just got a lot going on. And she's like, "Oh, Mom, she's like, I have so much on my plate. Like, this is just one more thing I have to deal with. And I can't deal with this." And so we were just talking, and she's like, "You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go for a run." She's like, "It's a little cold out, but I think if I just get out in the fresh air and I just run and I just get my mind to just, clear up for a little bit," she goes, "I think I'll feel better." And I did talk to her, and it did help her, and it made her feel better. So that's just an example of something that we can do to try to, clear our mind, make ourselves feel better, try to separate from the situation a little bit, try to learn from it. And so now she doesn't have to worry because the lady called her, there was a lady that called her back. And the lady that called her back was, "Oh my goodness, she must have been a manager. I'm so sorry, ma'am. We are going to expedite your delivery, and you're going to get it tomorrow." So, the time that she did put in, it did work. Everything, the process worked, but she was annoyed about it and mad, and it did ruin her day a little bit. But she blew off some steam by running, and then by the time she was done with her run, a manager had called her back with a solution, so she felt better. I know some things, that we deal with aren't temporary or aren't, they're long-term problems or health issues that we can't control. The only thing that we can control about those things, in my opinion, is our attitude. And our attitude is just so important. Like, you just have to be so aware of how you're treating other people. Like, if you feel miserable, I've noticed that if you are miserable and you treat other people miserably, nothing good is going to come around in that karmic circle. It's not going to reward you in any way. It's just not going to happen. So just try to be careful of how you treat others. Try to be kind. I know that be kind is overused. Everybody says it and uses it, but I really think it helps. I really think that what you put out there into the universe is what you are going to reap and sow for yourself. And it can't hurt. It can't hurt anything, in my opinion, the world is nowadays. Everybody, I mean, I'm no psychologist, and I know that I get on here and I rant and rave about things sometimes, but it's just things that I've experienced and learned and observed from people that I love and people that talk to me about things. And, it just seems to be the better answer to try to attract, better things to happen for you, and not, the proverbial cloud over your head or something like that. I don't know. It's just, I know it's hard, but I get it. There's a lot of things that are going on nowadays where you just have to go with the flow, try to control your behavior, try to control your emotions. Don't let things get to you. I used to be very, very emotional. I used to be emotional at work. I used to take everything kind of personal, I did have one boss that said to me, "You got to take the emotion out of work." And it was a man. And I think that was the right mix for me at the time, because men tend to be not as emotional as women, in my experience. I'm not saying that's always the case, but I'm saying in this particular instance, he did help me out when he said that to me, because I realized that it was, it was silly of me to be taking certain things in a personal way or an emotional way. Everything doesn't have to be so emotional. It's just, emotions are, I guess, a human behavior, but they also are a human flaw sometimes, where if you carry it too far, it's just gonna, make everything seem more than what it really is. And certain things just are out of our control anyway, but I feel like the things that we can control, try to do our best to control it. And I know I talk about this a lot, but it's something that I really try to, believe in my own life. And I try to give my friends and my family, my grown kids, advice about this all the time. It's try to control your emotions. And I have seen where there have been situations and it's helped them. So let me know if you agree, if you think that you should be more in charge of how you react to things. And it's just a better decision to do that, to be more in control and not be so emotional over certain things, especially things that you can't control. And just try to control how long you let it affect you. I look forward to hearing your comments, and I will answer them. I look forward to reading them when I do post a video. And I'm trying to post, I was trying to do it every day, but a couple times a week now is what fits into my schedule the best. So I promise I will read them all and reply. I really appreciate you, and I really just wish you all the best and have a good night, and I will see you in the next video.